Hey everybody. Welcome to my safe space. This is my gym. Bam. But we're not going to use it. And we're not going to use it for a couple of weeks because guess what? We are all in this together, okay? So, if you watched the previous video, I showed you how to make your own weights if you're not interested in buying weightlifting equipment or exercise equipment. But if you are, these are what I really recommend, okay? You're going to get a set of dumbbells. I recommend 15 pounds for the women, 25 for the men, at least, okay? A lot of you guys are gonna be like, that's really light, okay? If you're doing at-home workouts and all of your workouts are at home, you're gonna wanna make sure it's a weight that's heavy enough / light enough that you can press it overhead with significant difficulty. So, ladies, I always recommend 15 as the lowest weight because most of you, if you're just starting out, you're going to actually struggle with that weight. And if you get 10 pounds, you're gonna outgrow it pretty darn quickly, okay? So I want you to get a weight that you have difficult, you shouldn't be able to just press it up really easily. You should be like, or you can push press it really easily. If it's so heavy, you have to push jerk it, okay? It's probably not gonna be a good at-home working weight, okay? So you wanna get a set of something, you wanna get two, so one set of something that is, you can push press it up, but it's hard to just strict press it up. It's gonna be a bit of a struggle, okay? So usually that's 15 pounds for the women, 25 pounds for the men, or you can just go accordingly. Like if I was just working at home, I would have a 25 pound, I would just have one 25 pound set, okay? The other thing that you're gonna need is a chair or a bench. Not a lot of people have a weight bench, that's fine. So you're gonna need a chair. Boom, this is my chair, that's my workout chair. If you have a dining room chair with a pad on it, that's totally fine to use as long as it's just a flat foam pad. A lot of you have fancy chairs where the pad kind of goes like that and it has spring in it. That might be a little bit more dangerous for you to use because we get tired, our coordination comes off, and all of a sudden you just step wrong and you fall off a chair in the middle of your living room and hit your head on the dining room table, and then it's an issue, okay? So when you make sure that when you get a chair to work out on, make sure that you get one that's relatively flat. If it does, it only has a thin amount of padding with no springs in it, okay? Or you can use a table. A lot of you have kids. Your kids have your kids have like little stepping stools that they use to brush their teeth and get to the sink and stuff like that. Those are totally great to use. I don't recommend stacking books unless you have a way to secure them, unless you're going to unless you're going to tape like all 10 of your college textbooks together so that they don't shift or move. That might be okay, but that's another like way creative and weird way that you can go. It's not in one of those simple 1, 2, 3 solutions, probably just a regular step. Like if you have stairs or a front porch, that's gonna be useful. Okay, so we've got dumbbells, we have a chair, the proper chair to use, or a bench to use, or a box to use, right? The other thing you're gonna wanna get is bands, okay? These are the bands that I'm talking about, okay? Those will be way more useful than these small little booty bands, all right? These you can make into booty bands, but you can also do a lot of like rowing, pressing, squatting workouts with them. Okay, so this, I wanted to say it's the smallest one. It's not the smallest one. Okay, it's the second smallest one. There's another one that's about as thin as a pencil. So that's the smallest one. And then this is basically 1 finger width, 2 finger width, and then you have 3 finger width. So you wanna get 3 of them. So 1 finger width, 2 finger width, 3 finger width, all 3 of those. If you are a beginner, then you're probably just gonna get like the 1/2 finger pencil size too. Those are totally useful for rehabilitation workouts. So they usually come in a pack of 3 or 4. You'll get the whole variety of them. So get one of those. The last thing you want is some wall space, okay? Because we are gonna be doing like wall walks, you can do handstands, you can do a lot of stuff on a space of wall. So make sure you have like a clear wall space without stuff on either side of you. You're probably gonna need If you're pretty skilled in gymnastics and you have no problem doing stuff upside down and you've done handstands before and it's not an issue, you're probably gonna need minimum 3 feet of wall space. If you're just beginning, you're gonna need about 5 or 6 feet of wall space, okay? And try to clear everything out of the way so you have a nice clear space to fall. Okay, it even happens to the best of us, okay? The last thing you're gonna need probably is a yoga mat. This is relatively optional. Wood floors, you can only work on them barefoot. The yoga mat will just come in super useful if you're in the market for buying equipment, then go ahead and get a yoga mat. Okay, so bands, a set of dumbbells, a yoga mat, a clear wall space, a chair. Ooh, and for those of you who are really hardcore, a TRX, or even better, a set of rings is really useful, okay? I've got my rings down over here. See, beep, 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 beep. Those are gonna be really great. Not only do they come in handy for upper body stuff, but you can actually do lower body stuff as well. People are like, oh, what about the rings? Because they're these nice, helpful little, I don't know, loopy things at the bottom of a TRX that makes it really comfy to stick your heels in. Guess what? You can stick your heels right in the bottom right there without a problem, okay? You're probably gonna wanna wear shoes, but you can totally stick your heels in. It's not a problem, just suck it up, okay? We're all on lockdown. Necessary sacrifices are needed. And besides, rings look a little bit cooler. Anyway, so that's the equipment. Some rings, set of dumbbells, bands, some clear wall space, a good solid chair, and a yoga mat. Okay? And then you pretty much have a full freaking gym, and you can get buff AF like ASAP. All right? Who's ready to work out?